we've are really still focused on economic diversification for this educational and cultural advancement. If we don't focus on that, it's not going to come. So that's why we, continually come back to trying to stay clear and close to the purpose for which we've been set up. The agenda for today, I think we all got a copy. If you got the email, you got the agenda. Okay. Just as a point of where we are right now, I wanted to give a huge shout out to the chamber. The chamber this summer did something they were that I thought maybe they haven't done in a long time, but when they had an opening in their schedule, they invited the mayors to come in, and the mayors gave updates, especially with all the stimulus money coming in. And I thought it was a great meeting. I wasn't able to make the meeting, but I was able to watch the replay. And despite all the challenges that are going on and, a cancellation in a schedule, that mayor's update, y'all did a great job, Mayor Duval, Mayor Dragna. I know he's not on the line yet, the mayors across the parish. And it was just really great. It was great collaboration across entities. So I want to give them a shout out as we start this meeting. It was really good. And maybe it might continue annually in the upcoming schedule. So thank you to the chamber for that. All right, one of the big items for today, I'm going to ask Kelly. Well, Kelly is unable to attend right now, but Margaret, if you kind of update us on what's going on with Lanier.
Okay, so first of all, super excited to kind of give everyone this update. It's not, I guess, close to coming up to a year since Kelly and I, my little teammate who isn't here, have been kind of working on this. To find out that we have been selected as one of the top 3 sites for the possible Lanier. And they're going to start offering town hall meetings beginning September 6th through 18th. We don't know the set date with that, nor do we really know the set format with it. So we're just trying to be very proactive with getting all our ducks in a row before they come to us, to get the information out to the public, because that is such a huge part of the requirements to being selected as the site, is to make sure it's not just us here on this Zoom meeting, the constant advocates of the area, but everyone that it'll touch. So Kelly and I have decided that we think that it would be smart to come up with a Lanier site ambassador group. So kind of like a subcommittee of us that extends further out. It touches on, Miss Monica, if you want to go to that next slide that we sent you. Yes. So what we kind of whittled things down to what we thought would kind of represent the entire scope of our community. And what we're asking from y'all, which we need to make sure this goes beyond us just because there's so few of us on here, is we want to make sure that each part of our community is represented at the town hall meeting. That way, when we are asked the questions by the site committee, someone's there to represent it. We may even ask the people that are on this ambassador group to speak maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Very short, but just to give their take on it. Kelly and I would like to meet with everybody prior to, just to make sure we don't go outside of that scope. We don't want to have to overlap why we believe in this, just because it's, otherwise we'll be there for 3-4 hours. So anyway, just to kind of throw this out there, definitely want the economy to be represented. I mean, that's at the forefront, I think, with everything that we do. Tourism, recreation, commercial and recreational fishing, local business leaders, city and town leaders, educational leaders. We want to go within the school systems, both private and public, and then extend further to vocational and college. Community leaders that have a good presence in our community. Legacy storytellers. We feel that a huge part of what Lanier likes to do is to be able to tell a zone's story. And so we need some people who have been here over the years, not just the fresh faces, but the ones that have been here for decades at a time, born and raised here, that can say, you know, what the Atchafalaya has changed over the years, whether it be with fishing or the landscape of it. Someone who can, you know, put a good picture together for us. One thing that I did not mention that's not on the slide is the landowners. We'd like to have someone represent the landowners. And then anyone else that you guys would feel would kind of fit into this group. We're going to send this. In fact, I may pop it onto the chat for you to have this file, as well as my email address. And then you guys send us an email of some names. Kelly and I have already started on a group of names, but what we really need is we need help from all different areas. We don't want to miss out on, you know, that person that could tip the scale. We'll go back to that time where Dr. Twilley said it was a local mayor that gave, you know, a very, you know, compassionate speech about needing this in their area. And that's what tipped them for them to choose that zone. So we don't know who's going to say the right thing. We want to make sure that we cover everybody. So think about these different, you know, subgroups to come up with a strong ambassador committee. You know, Mayor Duval, I think you have Colleen with you, someone to represent the Berwick area, someone to represent the Morgan City area, someone to represent the parish as a whole. So even if you have names right now or you want to volunteer yourself, it's not a lot of our time, but it's a small amount of time for like a big impact for our area. So I will put the file of this list on the chat area for you to kind of be able to reference back to. And along the way throughout the meeting, if you think of any names, just put them in the chat area. I'll write them down and we'll contact them and get this ball rolling so that when they come in September, we're ready to roll. If anybody has questions about it, please let me know for now, for sure. And Miss Monica, that's about all I have with this. I wish ready to get more. I guess another thing is when you see things on social media, please forward them. Tag St. Mary Excel, or just put it out there so that more and more people, it falls onto their eyes.